Morning, Xanthillion here, and I'm about to do the unthinkable. I've written an email to my local MP. I've not hit send yet. I'm just going to read this through first. The issue is, well, I'll read it out to you and see if anyone gives a crap. So, I'm not going to give any names away here, but hello, politician. This is my first time contacting a politician, so please forgive me if I make some mistakes along the way. I'm writing to you in regards to an in-progress petition. Link to the petition. I have signed this petition and would very much like to see the issue of gambling in video gaming addressed, as these loot boxes are becoming a significant anti-consumer practice. In case you've not been exposed to this issue before, I'd like to explain what a loot box is. In many games now, including games that are already charging full price or more, loot boxes have been implemented. These encourage the purchaser of the game to spend even more money without a guarantee of what is being purchased. When buying a loot box, all that you know beforehand is that you will receive X amount of in-game items. They don't tell you what these items will be, and in most cases they don't even tell you what the probabilities of getting each item is. This means that the few desirable items are rare, and the purchasing of multiple loot boxes until random chance happens to yield desirable results comes up in your favour. There are also never any methods of purchasing any specific in-game item directly. So, loot boxes or nothing, right? This practice would not fly in any other industry. Imagine going to a restaurant and ordering a meal box. You pay your money hoping to get a delicious Sunday roast. The waiter arrives and hands you a handful of breadsticks, a chicken nugget and a yoghurt. What do? Either consume the woeful snack that's been laid before you, or purchase another meal box, hoping that your Sunday roast will arrive next time. If that sounds totally absurd, it's because it is. And yet, the reality of loot boxes, and yet this is the reality of loot boxes in gaming today. Voting with your wallet will only do so much, as revenue lost for my not purchasing the game in the first place will easily be offset by people with addictive personalities or children who don't know any better, falling victim to these predatory loot boxes. I urge you, as my local MP, to use the power that we've given you to curb this anti-consumer practice. Signed, Xanthillion. Except, I'm not using my real name. I'm not going to address a politician saying, "Hi, I'm Xanthillion," which is got to be a bizarre name. So yeah, the petition in question, I will link to that in the down there. Specifically, that politician is adapt gambling laws to include gambling in video games, which targets children. Now, of course, they say targets children because unless you mention children in a petition, no one's going to care. Many video game companies in recent years have introduced mechanics which are essentially gambling, of which are targeted at children and vulnerable adults. While not currently considered gambling by law, they do copy many traits to make them as addictive and can lend to real money being lost/earned. They really should have had someone read through that a few times before publishing. It's currently sitting at just over 2,000 signatures. At 10,000 signatures, the government will respond to this petition. Meaning nothing's going to happen, basically. And at 100,000 signatures, this petition will be considered for debate in Parliament. Considered. So, it's not even guarantee of they're going to debate it, and even if they were to guarantee to debate it, it's still no guarantee that we'll get a result. So we've got a chance at a result being considered. So I mean, I've signed the petition. I don't think it's going to do any good, which is why I have emailed my local MP. Incidentally, not the one I voted for, but the one I got. So let's hope that this MP can actually do what she's supposed to do. And if anyone else watching this cares about this infection of loot boxes and gaming, the idea that you are expected to pay full price implies full experience, right? And they've carved out all of these extra items to be sold to you separately, and they're not even letting you purchase those items. They're quite happy to let you purchase a chance at some items. Say 9 out of 10 will be dreadful, 1 is possibly useful. If this is an issue which is annoying you and you would rather see go away, just me writing this email isn't going to do anything. You have to write this email as well. If I could be bothered to edit this video, I'd insert an image of that whole Uncle Sam, with the big blue hat and the white beard and the pointing and so, gaming needs you or something. So yeah, I urge you to write to your representative. It doesn't even matter if you're in England or not. Just write to your representative, because gaming is a global industry. And even if one country bans loot boxes, it's still going to exist elsewhere. And honestly, the chance of it being banned in any country is tiny. I mean, China had a bit of regulation lately, which means loot boxes have to clearly display percent chances, which baby steps. I mean, more information for the consumer the better, right? But if the games industry gets wind that the loot boxes, as they are currently implemented, is up for debate and it may be banned in many different countries, they're going to sit up and take notice. But then again, I am messaging a UK politician. And do you remember what UK did about No Man's Sky and the Advertising Standards Authority? It's like, yeah, it's blatant that they're obviously blatantly lying to us, but we'll let them off anyway because they use the word procedural generation a lot. Sometimes I do despair about the state of gaming, but anyway, that's getting completely off topic. So to summary, I'm writing to my politician, to my local MP, and I urge everyone to do the same.